Welcome to the More Realtors St. Louis Real Estate Market Update for September 2012. I'm Dennis Norman, one of the brokers at More, and if you'll give me a few minutes of your time, I'll bring you up to date on what's happening in the St. Louis real estate market. First off, let's jump in here with what's new. We've got a lot of new and exciting things we've launched in the past month. One of which is we've got several new real-time charts available, including current St. Louis home prices, hot zip reports on what are the hottest zip codes. We've got the markets in St. Louis that are moving the fastest in terms of days on market it's taken to sell homes, and much, much more. A lot of great data. I think we already had every real estate company in St. Louis topped on the data and information we have, and this just puts us that much farther ahead. The chart you just saw, you will find nowhere else in St. Louis. This is all real time. Go there any day of the week, 24/7, and you'll find up to date, because it does change from week to week. But you can see what markets are doing better, how your market's doing, how different markets are doing in town. And you can find all this on our new real estate search site, stlouisrealestatesearch.com. You see that here. It's stlouisrealestatesearch.com. This is quick becoming the one of the favorite real estate search sites in St. Louis. We just launched this thing in the past month, and we've already had over 6,000 visitors to it. It is on fire, and I invite you to check it out. And from this site, it just filled. I would also invite you to spend some time on the site. You'll find this is unlike any other real estate site, search site in St. Louis. This is not some canned data with the same old garbage you see everywhere. We've got good and helpful information that we've created about different neighborhoods in St. Louis, about foreclosure, short sales, all of that. And of course, you can search easily for homes for sale, as you can see up here. And from there, the market stats, which I'm pointing to right now, if you go there, that'll take you to some of this great data that I just showed you. And so please check that out, stlouisrealestatesearch.com. Now I'll jump in with some of the recent real estate news and information that comes from St. Louis's best local source for real estate news and information, stlouisrealestatenews.com. I invite you to check out stlouisrealestatenews.com. It's been gaining a lot of momentum, a lot of speed. People are, I think they're finding that, again, it's one of the best local sources for news and information on the St. Louis real estate market. Just a few of the headlines from the past month there include an article showing that it's taking less time to sell a house in St. Louis, which is great news, and it also, inventory is low in some areas, or throughout the area actually, and in some areas it's very low. A report that showed kind of an interesting slant here, but it was claimed and also backed up with some facts that recent home price increases that we're seeing is not real, but is really just a reflection of a severe drop in the number of distressed sales in those markets. A helpful article by a local mortgage banker that has the top 4 appraisal questions sellers should ask. Good stuff there. An article I did about showing the home supply is decreasing, and with home prices increasing, it's pointing to, home sales increasing. Those two things are pointing to higher home prices. So good news if you're a seller, and a wake-up call if you're a buyer. St. Louis area new home building permits are actually, while it's still definitely in a slump, are on pace to beat last year, which is good. Here is some of our a quick snapshot of our real market time data for the St. Louis metro area as a whole, and you can see the median price, $186,000 of homes for sale in the market. Got some other information there as you go down. Median asking price per square foot has actually dropped a little bit over the last few months, down to $97 a foot. Average days on market, total inventory of homes, and so forth. I'll skip down here to our market action index. Our trademarked market action index stands at a 16. Quick reminder on that. And here's the history of it. Anything that a 30 would be a balanced market. This market index was introduced back in 09, and in 08, and we've not had a 30 since then. It's been below that. Anything below a 30 is a cold market, down to 0. The lower it goes, the colder it is, the more it favors buyers. Above 30 up to a max of 60, the higher it goes, the hotter the market is, the more it favors sellers. And we can see here for the metro area as a whole, we're still in better territory than we were a year ago, so we're making progress, but the market is still a cold market favoring buyers. Here's where I break this into 4 price quartiles, the lowest fourth, highest fourth, and the 2 fourths in between. And the blue on top here is the bottom quarter of the market. So as has happened since day 1 on this index, the lowest price homes, that market's doing the best, albeit not that great, but 17. And you see there the price ranges are down below that. We also have this data available for your individual market, any market in St. Louis or in the country for that matter. This will help you if you're a home buyer or an investor looking to see what the health is of a market you're looking at. That'll be a big help. Just let us know what area you're looking in and we'll get it for you. Here is a chart that shows the median and price trend for the whole St. Louis metro area. The orange line, kind of a longer term look, it shows a 90-day average of prices. And you can see over the past year, once again, the trend is upward, which is good. Here, as we're going into the fall, we're fading off a little bit, which would be expected. But you can see we're still in better territory than we were a year ago. The black line is a 7-day average, and it's a little quicker to show a change in what's coming in the long-term trend. And you can see here that clearly in the last couple of weeks, this has been turning upward. So this longer term trend line may not come down as low as we might expect, so we'll have to watch that. Now I'm going to zoom in on what I call the St. Louis core market. This is the 5 counties on the on the Missouri side of the Mississippi that make up the bulk of our real estate market here in St. Louis. So this is data that is comprised of the city of St. Louis County, St. Charles County, Jefferson County, and Franklin County. And we also have this information available for every county as well as every metro area in the United States. So just let us know. But here I'm going to concentrate on the this 5 county area in St. Louis. This shows for the past year the number of sales, that's the blue columns, and green line would be average sales price. And we can see number of sales is definitely trending upward. We're staying up around that 3,000 mark, which is a pretty significant increase, probably better than 10% from a year ago. So that's good in terms of number of sales. You can also see the average sales price has trended upward and is hanging in there and staying pretty level. This here is the median home sales price, so that's a little more accurate reflector of a reflection of what's going on in the market. The median price, and this is days to sell. The yellow line is the median price, and you can see here that the median price is actually trending upward. And then the red line is the days on market. You can see again that has trended downward and is down significantly from where it was a year ago, down about 65 days or so now to sell a home. This chart here, now this one is what I call my realtor scorecard. This shows the relationship of the sales price that a home is finally selling for versus 2 things. One, what it was listed for at the time of sale, and then what it was listed for when it was originally listed. So first off, the red line, this is what it sold for versus what it was originally listed for. You can see at the end of last year this was pathetic. It was down to almost 90%, which means that real estate agents were grossly overpricing homes. They were ultimately selling for only about 90% of what they were listed for. They were grossly overpriced, wasting sellers' precious time on the market. And but we can see since the beginning of the year, I think we get a lot of realtors catching this video and taking my advice. Just kidding. But it has improved and is up to about 94%. Then we can see up here the yellow line. This is the what homes are selling for in relation to what they were priced for at the time of sale. And that's been pretty consistent around 96%. We can see that's actually going upward towards 97%. So again, this is the proof, sellers, that you want your house priced accurate to start with, and you will get a larger percentage of your sales price if it's priced accurately to start with. This one here, this chart shows our listing inventory in this 5 county area in terms of months supply. So this is fluctuates both by the rate of sales as well as the number of houses on the market. Obviously we can withstand or handle a lot more houses on the market if the rate of sales increases. And we can see here that as far as months supply, once again, positive numbers. It's down from about 8 months a year ago down to almost 6 months. So very good news there. And this is a long-term look. This is a 10-year look at the median home prices and sales prices for this 5 county area. The blue line is, look at that, I jumped it back. The blue line is list price, green line sales price. And you can see the sad thing is we look at the prices today are now making their way back to where they were in 2002. Now this is not true in every market. Some markets right now in St. Louis are selling for prices that are the same as maybe 4 years ago. But as the 5-county area as a whole, here's how it looks. List prices, you can see what's happened there too. But in both cases, we're seeing a little bit of an upward trend and at a minimum a flattening. So this is very good. Everything I'm showing you here, everything I'm following is definitely pointing toward that St. Louis home prices and supporting that St. Louis home prices have bottomed out. Again, every market's a little bit different, and that's why you need to talk to us and let us break this data down to your local area for you, which we're happy to do. But this does show that I think as a whole, the bottom has come and went. From here, prices are going to be flat and slowly rise upwardly. And again, this is just the best thing you can do in this market or any market, in a fast-moving, uprising market too, is stay informed. And that's one of the things at More Realtors that we pride ourselves on. And again, I think we have a wonderful team of professionals. Here you see the leaders of our company, myself, my partner John Williams, and our partner Nick Seapack. Between the three of us, we have almost 100 years experience in the St. Louis real estate market, in the business. I know it's incredible. You can't believe 100 years, as young as we all look, but it's true. I started fresh out of high school. Those two guys started pretty young too. And then we have some great agents and brokers within our company. And we are not a quantity company. We're not going for the most number of agents in St. Louis. We don't want to be the biggest company. We just want to be the best, and we want to have the best people working for us to deliver the absolute best service to our clients. And again, we've got the part of that is having the information and the knowledge and being able to get it to our agents and to train agents and then be able to convey it to sellers, and we have that. What you're seeing here is just the tip of the iceberg. In the upper right hand corner here, you'll see a snapshot of our monthly newsletter. I'd suggest that invite you to check it out. It's a free monthly newsletter. It comes out electronically. It's an email. It's online. So I'd invite you to check it out. You can sign up for it from our company website at mo-re.com. That's mo like Missouri-re like realestate.com. Or you can sign up for it from stlouisrealestatenews.com. Over on the right-hand side, there's a little form you can fill out. Down here, you see the arch. We've got this market update that I do monthly is available on podcast from the iTunes store. Go to the iTunes store and search St. Louis Real Estate Market Update. Look for that logo, and you can subscribe to our podcast. You can also catch this on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/More Realtors. Check out our Facebook page, facebook.com/More Realtors. And again, there's our new St. Louis Real Estate Search site. I invite you to check it out. Once you go there and check it out, you will not go anywhere else, I promise you. And over to the right here is a QR code. That takes you to a page with a ton of resources for buyers and sellers. I invite you to scan that and check out the resources. Here's some legal stuff. Keep the attorneys happy. You can read that at your leisure. And I'll take you back here to give you time to scan that QR code. And again, feel free to contact me at any time for any information, questions that you have, or for more information on any of the things I talked about here. My direct line is 314-332-1012. That's Dennis Norman. Or hit me on my email at dennis@mo-re.com. Or check out our website. You can find us at mo-re.com, stlouisrealestatesearch.com, anywhere. So that's it for this month. I wish you the best. God bless you and your family, and I'll see you next month.